It's my pleasure to have Courtney Vezina with us here today. She's a licensed psychotherapist working with Courtney James Counselling.
I'm Courtney Vezina, as you said, and I wanted to mention too that I was formerly known as Courtney Tarr, which some of your viewers may remember me in the little days here at Cornerstone. And I'm a wife, I'm a mother of 3 young kids and our little foster daughter as well. So it's a busy house, to say the least.
Would you say that that people are turning to counselling now during the pandemic more than they were so maybe beforehand?
Well, I think that the people who would have reached out prior to are definitely the ones reaching out now. But further than that, it seems like counseling and therapy and mental health, these words are becoming more normal in our everyday vocabulary. So I think that it's more on people's minds to even consider, oh, hey, this might be a good resource for me right now. Yeah,
we've had a lot of work over the past few years, through social media campaigns to really try to destigmatize mental health. But my running assumption right now is that everyone is struggling, that no one is okay. Now, you might be okay, but my assumption is that you're not. And, the question is, to what extent are you struggling? Would you say that's fair, or would you say that's a bit of overreach from me?
No, I think it's valid. Particularly right now, I think that I know one of the questions that may have come up today would be, who or when should we reach out for help? And one of the thoughts that I had was that at this point, we all need help. We're all in this world where we don't know what's coming next. And it's just a matter of finding ways where we can find that calm or that grounding for ourselves to get through it. So, again, going back to how mental health and it's being destigmatized and the reaching out for help is more commonplace and acceptable, that I think counseling can be such a tool for every single person. We're in this stage where we're kind of running around like chickens with our heads cut off because we don't know what's going on, and being not okay is okay. Yeah.
And it is a particularly church thing, is that we seem to have this need to put our best foot forward and to make it seem like everything's okay and to have that kind of church smile. But I think when we're not meeting at church and we're watching the service at home in our pajamas, I wonder whether there is less of that temptation to have that church smile on. As you look around your community, which is very similar to our community, we're only 10 minutes apart, but as you look around, Kentville, how are you seeing different people respond to COVID-19 or to the associated stresses and pressures?
Yeah. Well, the pandemic in general, if we say, stress levels used to generally sit around here, all of a sudden we're living in a society where our stress level is sitting constantly higher. It just is. Whether or not we like it, whether or not it feels good, it is what's happening. So then our stress responses kick in. Some of us turn inward, some of us turn outward. So that could look like turning in and putting that protective shell around you, closing yourself inside, whether it's from fear or just needing that space, so that because social interactions could send your stress level even higher. Or you have the opposite, where you could be turning outward. Maybe that, that 14th load of laundry that just won't quit, it's that laundry's fault for how you're feeling, and you react in that moment. But both of these reactions, your stress is up here. It needs to come out in one way or another. And I think part of recognizing our stressors, recognizing how we react, it can help us figure out what's going on, but also find the root of those things so that we can find peace again.